A brief history of George Frederick Handel. In Halle, Germany, on February 23, 1685, one of the greatest Baroque composers would be born. George Frederick Handel would be praised in later years by some of the greatest composers of all time, such as Mozart, Beethoven, and so many others. The Hamburg Opera House, shown in this picture, would go on to house some of Handel's greatest works, such as Alexander's Feast in 1736 and The Messiah in 1742, both critically acclaimed works of art. Handel was also known for his fine social interactions. In this picture here, he is shown on the River Thames with King George I. He was often sighted mingling with fine socialites and royalty. One of Handel's most important patrons was Richard Boyle, the young and wealthy 3rd Earl of Burlington. Handel wrote Amadigi de Guala, a magical opera about a damsel in distress, based on the tragedy of Antoine Houdard de la Motte, for Richard himself. And now, a question and answer with George Frederick Handel.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I please introduce to you from Halle, Lower Saxony, Germany, the best chamber music composer of the 18th century. Even Beethoven has praised him, the one, the only, George Frederick Handel. Woo!
Well, hello, my fans. Thank you for coming to my CD signing and Q&A for my new album, The Best of Chamber Music.
Give me an H!
H!
Give me an A!
A!
Give me an N!
N!
Give me a D!
D!
Give me an E!
E!
Give me an L!
L!
What's that spell? Handel! We love you, George. Please, George, marry me.
Have my children!
All right, ladies, let's just calm down now. We'll get to everyone. You, calm down. Man, am I gonna have to restrain you? Calm down.
Ladies, please. I will get to all of your questions. And yes, I will marry you.
First question.
Do you know what my children do when they listen to your crude, profane work? The Messiah was just awful. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm just expressing myself. I understand the English social class disapproves of my work, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to change it. And it happens to be that only the people in London didn't like the Messiah, and the audience in Dublin praised it.
You are a disgrace to all of Europe.
Security guard, escort her out of here. She's killing my mojo. Next question.
You are the master of all masters. Your performance of the Messiah in Germany was absolutely incredible.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
George III and his court and family loved your performance so much they sent me to request you to play for them as soon as possible.
I'll have my people call your people.
What inspired this album?
Foreign material was a big inspiration for me. I traveled to many countries as a boy, and I used my travels as my main source of inspiration in my music.
Son!
Dad, I told you to leave me alone with my music.
You should have become a lawyer, not some good-for-nothing musician.
I'm a successful composer, and you're just a barber.
What's wrong with being a barber?
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. You're just gonna have to go. I'm sorry. Just come on. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going to leave. Everyone just wants too much from me. I can't keep up with that. I'm sick of everyone. I'm going to go now.
Thank you. Please visit George's site, gfhandel.net, and buy his latest album. I apologize for my client's emotional distress. Thank you for coming.
He is the greatest composer that ever lived. I would bow my head and kneel at his grave. He is so great and simple that no one but a professional musician is able to understand him. Handel understands effect better than any of us. When he chooses, he strikes like a thunderbolt.